We all have to go through the pain and suffering that life throws at us. Granted, some more than others. It is inevitable. Something is going to go wrong from time to time, and you need to be able to navigate through those issues and come out on top. Maybe some of you are in a serious amount of pain right now due to something that is going on. Whatever your situation, I'd like to talk about the mindset that we use in the book because I think it might be helpful for everyone. We'll dig in right after this quick word from our sponsor, me. Hi everyone, welcome to the Gentleman's Guide to Flirting. I am David, the author of the book of the same name, Gentleman's Guide to Flirting, available on Amazon.com. I am also your host and the exalted leader of the Gentleman's Guide to Flirting empire. You will be able to find this content on YouTube or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Thank you for joining. Let's get started. Hello there. Welcome to episode 32 of the Gentleman's Guide to Flirting podcast. I am David, the author of the book. In this episode, I want to talk about the pain, the suffering that life throws at all of us. Problems, real ones that can really hurt, are inevitable. Maybe some of you are in a serious amount of pain right now due to something that is going on. You are not alone if that is you right now. No matter what your situation is, I want you to get through it in the best possible way and thrive and prosper no matter how bad things get, using elements of the philosophy from the book. The book is obviously about flirting, meeting, and being successful with women in high-quality ways, but the approach put forth in the book has much broader applicability in life. Let's dive in and talk about some specific issues that might arise. 1. Loneliness. Do you want to have a wife or girlfriend or are having trouble finding someone great? Well, sir, you came to the right place. That is what the Gentleman's Guide to Flirting book is all about. That is what these podcasts are all about. We've got you covered, but you have to make an effort, a sustained effort. You need to decide you want to make a change and you are serious about it, and you will do whatever it takes to get ready and be the man that you want to be to make this happen. Grab a copy of the book. Check out our podcast every week. They come out every Tuesday at 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Our process works, but getting yourself in a good place may take a great deal of effort. It's all in the book. If you have a specific question or problem you want to discuss, reach out to me on Twitter or email me at gentsguidetoflirting@gmail.com. That's gents, G-E-N-T-S, guide to flirting, no punctuation, no spaces, nothing like that. gentsguidetoflirting@gmail.com. Problem area number 2. Has your wife or girlfriend left you? Now, I know this one hurts, but you will get past it. If you're in a place where you are ready to meet someone new, here again, you came to the right place. The book has you covered, but I want to call your attention specifically to part 4. Maybe read part 4 in the book more carefully. That's the quote-unquote sustaining and cultivating part of the book, where we talk about some things that can go wrong in a relationship, up to and including what might break it entirely. If any of those things in part 4 ring true to you, please consider changing your approach next time around, or at least be aware of what can go wrong, according to the issue. Sometimes things just don't work out, but the book will help you find someone better who appreciates you and wants to be with you. Problem area number 3. Is your wife or girlfriend making you miserable in some way? I'll refer you again to part 4 in the book, but let's get into this one a little bit more. I talk about a priority scheme for how to think about and treat people in your life in the book. And I've also mentioned this several times in the podcast. Just to recap, you and your goals are the top 2 levels in that scheme. You're at the top, and then your goals and ambitions and your education, everything to support that, are at level 2. Family, wives, children, and your truly close and most cherished friends are at level 3 in this priority scheme. Girlfriends are alone at level 4, not yet promoted up to level 3. Then casual friends and acquaintances and everyone else are at levels 5 and 6 respectively. What I just described as an organization, if you consider this analogy, a business or company, and you are the CEO at the top, the CEO. The CEO loves and respects everyone in the company, starting with the level 3 and working down. But remember, the CEO of that whole operation sometimes needs to fire someone if they're not behaving right, and they won't fix it. And if you're the type of person who is drawn to the book and what we talk about in these podcasts resonates with you, you have other options always. A woman that has given you too much trouble and she refuses to improve or do better, well, frankly, she can be replaced. And you can replace her if that is what you ultimately decide to do. Remember, your happiness is paramount, essential. That is not selfish, that's selfless. Because the way that you're doing all this work every day at levels 1 and level 2 to support and protect and provide for all those people that you love and cherish at level 3. Now, coming back to my CEO analogy for how you manage the people in your life, if the CEO of the organization is unhappy and unsettled and unsatisfied, the whole organization suffers. If someone needs to be fired, fire them, replace them. I say that being fully aware that depending on where you live and the legal environment, doing so can be very, very expensive, very costly, very disruptive, especially for a wife. But your happiness, again, is vital. It's essential. It's crucial. Please don't lose sight of that. Life is just too short. Part 4 of the book has more detail. Problem area number 4, family issues. Death in the family, that hurts, man. I hear you. Sick relatives too, fall in this category. If the affected people are at level 3, using the analogy I described a minute ago, this is where they are lucky to have you as CEO. You are that strong asset who supports, protects, and provides for people at level 3, your family and close friends. You pull in closer when things get bad. You fight better when backed in a corner. When things get bad, you don't run away. You step in and ask, how can you help? You're in for the long haul. You lead and help pull people through difficult times as best you can. Now, if we're talking about a toxic relationship with someone in your family and not someone who's sick and not a death in the family, that's where someone is being too negative and just won't improve, or they are treating you poorly and refuse to stop, or being disrespectful. I consider that just like I do a wife or girlfriend that treats you like shit and doesn't appreciate you. They are risking getting themselves fired. Yes, removing them from your life, that might hurt and be disruptive, but your happiness is the essential thing. You're the one making things happen for your family and close friends intentionally, consciously, purposefully. So if someone needs to be out due to their own actions and they don't want to be associated with you and they don't treat you well, they are just out. You're the type of confident person that people are drawn to. You won't have a problem finding someone else who wants to improve their relationship with you to fill the gap. Problem area number 5, and this affects a lot of people. Are you unhappy with your job, your career, or your career prospects? Are you unhappy generally with your whole life's trajectory? It's a huge subject. We talk about this in part 1 of the book. You have to know the man you want to be and at least roughly have your goals and ambitions mapped out around business, health, prosperity, and family. And then every day be working to improve and make your goals and dreams a reality day after day. Being on that path, that journey, is a large part of the source of the natural confidence I constantly talk about, that energy people can feel and see in you. If you aren't satisfied with your job or your living situation or anything else about your life, our process calls for fully and intentionally declaring those as formal goals for yourself, mapping out the steps to achieve those goals, and then relentlessly stacking wins day after day after day until you achieve your goals and realize your dreams. No one is going to hand you anything in this tough and competitive world. You need to work for it. That process gives you confidence, tiny step by tiny step. Women will see that in you. Coworkers and bosses will see that in you. Clients and customers will see that in you. You just keep pouring in the energy to make things happen, step by step. You'll see grinding like that will pay off as the weeks, months, and years go by, and all of those daily wins stack up into huge piles that pay off with success, promotions, prosperity, money, a great family, wonderful children, whatever it is you envision for yourself. All right, that's all I have for this week. You guys hang tough out there. Let's get after it and make it happen.